Welcome to the ride with Wild Wayne Cartwright, an exciting thrill ride through the wonderful world of HBCU athletics. Before our trip begins, let's set a few ground rules. First, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Second, hit the like button. Third, please be sure to tell someone else about this show. Now that we've got these things out of the way, it's time for our journey to begin. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your ride.
What's up, good people out there in HBCU land, and hope everybody's doing good. Hey man, I'm blessed to be here tonight with my man First Letter, man. Welcome to the show, my guy.
What's happening, dog? What's happening?
Man, it's great, man. It's a great evening. It's a great time. Man, SWAC Basketball Tournament, man, is upon us. We got a lot of stuff going on. So y'all know, just like you said in the opener, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. If you've never subscribed to this show, make sure you do that. Also, man, tell some folks, man, hey, Wild Wayne, The Ride, and First Letter, they own together, man. They come on in, get in the room, get with us. You know what I'm saying? I know it's other shows on tonight and all that kind of good stuff, but we gonna try to bring some real good flavor for you, because we got some things that are pretty near and dear to our hearts. And basketball is one of those type of things. And look, somebody already checking in first. He said, checking in, what's up?
Hey, what up, Bishop? What's happening?
Man, good to see you, my guy. Good to see you. So, look here, man. We're going to just get right to it, right? All right. So, we got the SWAC tournament going down in Atlanta.
Yes, we do.
Kicks off tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got a nice little slate. So, I'm going to set the table first. We're going to show right here. We got the women's tournament. So, you can see my alma mater, Alabama A&M, for the very first time ever, winning the regular season championship, and they have gotten the number 1 seed in this tournament. So very, very excited for them, while kind of nervous at the same time, because I've been seeing number 1 seeds in tournaments getting knocked off everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, like that, and they ain't just getting knocked off by like the 2 seed, the 4 seed. These jokers, like I seen UNC Wilmington's men today get knocked off by 15 by the 9th seed Campbell in the CAA. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to come bring it.
March Madness, anything can happen.
Got to come bring it. So this is the women's. You see Jackson State sitting there in the 5 spot. They're gonna take on Southern. That should be a bitter game right there. It should be a war.
Yes. Oh God, I have scar tissue from us playing Southern in the SWAC tournament. Stuff that I don't even want to remember. During the Tamika Reed era, where Southern broke my heart in the SWAC championship game. Okay, in my house, we don't talk about that game. You know what I'm saying? We don't mention it by name. We know what happened, but we don't like to go there. When the real ones out there down with Jack State know what I'm talking about. When that girl hit that running 3-pointer to go to the tournament, man, after we were so dominant the whole year, they broke our heart with that one. So seeing Southern, y'all know how Jack State folks and Southern folks already. It don't matter what it is. It could be bowling, it could be spades, it could be whatever. Okay, them two already is gonna be some animosity, but now in the SWAC tournament, woo, y'all better tune in.
Yeah, man. And I remember that game well. I remember watching it. I said, man, I couldn't believe. I said, what just happened here?
That was a heartbreaker, man. That was a heartbreaker. But I gotta give their coach credit. That brother, they'll really be scheming up some stuff.
He does, man.
He's a really good coach, and y'all got a great coach. Y'all really do have a great coach. A JSU alum, by the way.
That's right.
So
That's right.
we are proud of her. Talking about and y'all were dominant. Y'all just were dominant. I don't know how y'all lost the Valley. Not dissing Valley. Valley been playing tough. Valley been playing hard these last 2 years. They got, I think, 6 wins last year, 6 this year. Okay. So that brother got Valley's girls, playing really hard. But Valley's girls was the only ones to beat y'all, if I'm not mistaken.
They beat us in the opening game of the schedule, man. And then we won the last 17 after it.
That's crazy, by the way. That's what we were on during our dynastic time. So y'all are rolling.
Yeah, well, the thing for me with A&M's women, they've they played a lot of close games along this path. They've beaten Southern both times real close. They just played them Thursday. They've beaten Grambling real close, Alabama State real close. They were very close the first time they played Alcorn. Then they blew Alcorn out when they played them. And shout out to Alcorn too, man, because they were a surprise getting that number 2 seed. They played pretty good ball during the year, man. Their head coach, he's a Valley alum. It took Valley to the tournament when he was playing. So it should be pretty good, man, here on the women's side. I know a lot of folks like to say, you look at that number 1 spot, but for me, I'm just like, man, I'm one game at a time with A&M. We'll see what it is, because it's going to be either, FAMU against Bethune-Cookman and TSU winner. And then, man, Prairie View, whoo, boy, they didn't even win a game in league play this year.
That was rough. I tell you something, and shout out to Timona. She loves D. Shout out to Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford said something intriguing on one live. We didn't want to hear it, but he said it. And when I came across Prairie View's record, I didn't know they were that bad off. Because I be locked in on us. You know what I'm saying? I be locked in on us. I said, damn, they ain't won a game in the SWAC. And Mr. Ford said, Tamika Reed, if she don't get it together out there, he said, them folks in Charlotte ain't finna just let you keep, making that money like that just going on and you ain't getting it done. He said she gonna be at Prairie View. I said, oh no. The way that woman recruits, no, we don't need that. We don't need over there.
Hey, I sat down with a athletic director in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. Anton Goff, man. That brother is very insightful, man. That guy, he knows what he's doing, man. So that would be interesting. But man, if you was to pick a winner here on the women's side, man, like what's your gut telling you?
Okay. This is the thing. Logically, you go with A&M. Y'all done won 17 straight. You feel me? However, you've won 17 straight. So are you due for one? You know what I'm saying? Is this the time where you're not making your free throws? You're not making your three. You blow some layups. Is this the time where somebody gets in foul trouble? You know what I'm saying? Those little things happen in tournament. That's why I put so much respect on the regular season title. Because y'all women's team is the best team in the SWAC. The last 2 months has shown y'all women's team is the best team in the SWAC. But since we're a one bid league, meaning for those of y'all that don't get it, unfortunately, we only get one team that's gonna go to the tournament. We ain't gonna get one of these so-called at-large bids to the tournament. It's either win this tournament and you go, or you going home. Maybe you're gonna go to the NIT or something like that. So even though y'all the best team clearly in the league, that ain't no guarantee. I just talked about how we were the best team. Southern sent us home. You feel me? So logically, I'm rolling with y'all. But like you said at the beginning of this March Madness, bro. And we've already seen the madness is already going on. For folks who ain't never lost in these kind of, ain't never lost to certain teams, they lose. You feel me? Because it's just different, magical about this time in basketball. I really like March Madness even more so than I was thinking about this earlier than the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl ain't always super. This past Super Bowl, I liked it because of the defense.
Yeah,
But the real Super Bowl was the NFC Championship game.
that's right.
But March Madness never fails. It's just so many games and so much can happen. So I'm picking y'all, but y'all gonna have to, and I think Don gonna have them ready, but everything's still gonna have to fall in place. Like you said, y'all won some close ones.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, too, because like Ed said, if Southern ladies make their free throws, like they missed a ton of free throws when we played them Thursday.
Shout
I
out,
mean, a
Doc.
lot of them. Yeah, man, they missed a ton of free throws. So for me, I look at it like this, man. They get by the first one. They potentially could be looking at, Southern for the third time.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Alabama State could be out there. They beat them twice. They would have to probably play them 3 times. Grambling 3 times. So I like us. I like us, but it's a difference between liking and love.
Okay.
Right? I like us to win.
Okay.
I'm this like, we just gonna see. That's where I'm gonna be. And with all that, I'm gonna move on to the men because before my A&M people start trying to come for me. All right. So now we go to the men's side, and man, bruh, this sucker is so wide open, man. I know Bethune-Cookman, they won the league by 3 games. They had a 14-4 conference record. The next best teams was FAMU and Southern at 11-7, and you had another 4 teams at 10-8, including y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this thing is like, you can see this thing like going all the way down to maybe even let's see, y'all at 7. I'd say like you could see this thing going all the way down to like 8, 9 seed, man, can have a chance at this thing if things, kind of work itself right. You know what I'm saying? And I look at also, I think about the experience in this league. Johnny Jones has won this tournament 3 times, sitting there at the 4 seed. And, he won this tournament as an 8 seed once. And it's like he can get that team rolling at the drop of a dime. And it's just like, where'd that come from? Southern, they've kind of struggled a little bit here down the street, but look, they can get their thing together. Charlie Ward has done a tremendous job in year 1. Getting them boy, and look, they've won 5 of their last 6 games. And the last game they played, they just beat Bethune-Cookman on their home floor on Thursday night. So, and then, your team, of course, we know about your stud player, which, you're going to definitely get a chance to talk plenty about him. But you're thinking about, man, the way this tournament sets itself up, man, you can see chaos or chalk. And I'm willing to bet on the chaos part of this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be chaos. I just really think it's going to be chaos because that 3 ball in the men's game, they shoot it a little better than our ladies do. And that 3 ball can really be a something that really levels the playing field. It really can. Now, couple things for us, and see I love hearing you on them SWAC calls during football season, because I know you gonna really give me some journalism. You gonna ask the questions that people wanna have answered. You feel me? I'm telling you. I'll be right there with my wife. We be in there working. Shout out to my little boo thing. And I'm like, man, these other folks dancing around the question, man. I need to know something. And then here come Wild Wayne. You know what I'm talking about? But we got some questions on my team. Deshaun just got hurt in our last game on his senior night. It was very sad to see that. This brother has dealt with a lot of injuries. Dealt with an injury when he was at University of Mississippi. Dealt with an injury at Jack State. Played last year, but wasn't fully healthy. Finally, he was fully healthy, and he goes out and gets SWAC Player of the Year, but gets hurt on his senior night. So he was on crutches. He was on crutches. So I don't even know we're going to have him. I'm hoping it's just some kind of ankle sprain that was just so bad at the moment they wanted to put no more pressure on. We were playing Valley. No diss to Valley. You know, I love everybody in Mississippi Delta. Y'all, okay.
Right. Shout out to Valley.
No doubt. But we were able to pull that one out without him. You feel me? But I don't have no reporting on whether or not we gonna have him. Okay. Another thing, Wayne. Again, that's why we need more journalists like you. Okay. My second leading scorer, it's a brother by the name of Dorian McMillan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We went on our Texas trip. Who that was we played first on that Texas trip? Hold on, I got it right here. Was it Texas Southern or was it Prairie View that we played? I think it was Prairie View we played. Okay. Or was it? We played one of them Texas teams, and Dorian played in the game. Okay. But then the other team we played, he didn't. Yeah, that was Prairie View we played on the 26th. He played in that game. Texas Southern, which was on a Saturday, he didn't play. I'm on my timeline. I see a real one. They were watching the debut, you know, all the Divine Nine coming out of Jack State. They say, is that Dorian? I said, ain't no damn way. Ain't no way. Cause we got a game. I know we got a game. I'm sitting there waiting on our game to come on. Ain't no way. They got to be tripping. I watched the game. Wasn't no Dorian. So I do a segment about it. And I was like, no, y'all, this can't be real. Somebody know, let me know something. Once I got off, I thought to myself, you know what? These kids put everything on Instagram. Let me check his Instagram.
Yeah, man.
And they was shimmying.
Yep.
I said, what? Ain't no way this man missed the game to come out. I know that's a huge moment, y'all. I know. I'm married to an AKA. I get it. Okay. My sister is a Delta. I get it. Okay. But we're in the thick of basketball season. You're a basketball player. So I was like, okay. Then I tried to fix it some more, Wayne. I said, okay, maybe he was hurt and couldn't play, but he was well enough to shimmy. So that's why he went and did his shimmy thing. Then that come to the last few home games. One in which, now I missed the one Tuesday against Pine Bluff. I was swamped with work that day. Okay, because we really don't miss no games now. But I went to the Valley game, our last home game. He didn't start. He was seated on that bench, Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't know. Is this some disciplinary action? You know, did Mo sit him down because he missed that? Or is he actually hurt? I don't know. You know, that's why we need a Wild Wayne Cartwright on the basketball beat. I can find out. Like, is there a basketball SWAC called, Wayne?
They don't have one, man. And you know what? It's something that people talked about, but they don't have one.
Yeah, that got to change. Because all these kind of questions, like on my women's side, you know, our preseason SWAC first team player, Miss Massonet, quit.
Yep, gone, left.
Weeks.
No one knows anything about anything.
Don't know nothing. Now I know somebody like you would ask that question.
You know it. I
still don't know the real about what happened. So I don't know going into this tournament really what I got. I know if we ain't got Deshaun Ruffin, I love my team. Don't start with me now. I know some of the coaches be watching this stuff. And I love all the coaches. I'm down with the team. Don't start with me. But if we ain't got Deshaun Ruffin, I don't know how we finna get out of that round. He is our offense. If he not shooting the ball, he passing it to somebody for an open shot. He is the hub of the entire offense, kind of like Luka Doncic plays, how James Harden plays, how LeBron has played. That's how Deshaun plays. Okay. So I need to know if we're gonna have that, brother. And yeah, Miss Christmas left too. And I still don't know why. I still don't know. Okay, like I said on my show, I wasn't gonna bash coach, Because as a former coach, I know real stuff happens on teams that doesn't get out. Kids be to say some crazy stuff to you, and you had to let them go, or you try to hold them accountable, and they don't want to be held accountable, and so they quit on their own. But I just want to know the truth.
Yep.
You feel me? And
I feel you.
Yeah. So I don't know what I'm getting. I know on the women's side, it seems like we set in stone now. We got 8 girls. We're gonna roll them 8 out there. Jalea Cotton, she I miss everything right now. We got the SWAC freshman of the year and Miss Tachoa. You know, she's undersized though. You know what I'm talking about? They gonna play hard, they're gonna play good defense. We're gonna struggle to score the ball. We'll see how it works out. My boys, they can score the ball with anybody in this entire league. We ain't finna play no defense though. So if we score under 80 points, we going home. And without Deshaun Ruffin, if we gonna be without Deshaun Ruffin, we probably gonna score less than 80 points. So I don't know. A lot of question marks for my Jack State Tigers.
Yeah, man. And there's a lot of players, man, in this thing that I've said several times that you can win games, you can win tournaments on a 3-game run.
Yeah.
With a guy or 2 guys, you know, that's having out-of-body experiences. And you got some dudes in this league. Your boy Deshaun is one of them. Mr. Horn at PV, he's another one. He's been playing out his mind lately. And then, you know, Bethune-Cookman, they got a few dogs. You got some players, man, that can carry us, that can carry you. You know, for us, we got Mr. Dozier, Kentavious Dozier, been there with Grambling, you know, 2 years ago. So you got to really be able to figure out, you know, who are your glue guys that are able to make it work. Right now, like I said before, the team that's playing the best out of everybody right now is FAMU. FAMU's the hottest team out of everybody. They've won 5 of their last 6.
Question about FAMU. All right, my FAMU people, my FAMU real ones now. Don't start nothing with me. Okay, I love us all. We black. Okay, I'm just asking questions. Just want to know, is y'all Coach MAGA? I really want to know now. Because if he is MAGA, I'm gonna have to light him up. Don't take it personally. I'm not coming for you, just like y'all president. Okay, I'm not attaching y'all president to all of y'all. We had a MAGA president at one time. Okay. So, but I just need to know, because I saw him up there. Doc, you saw him too, Dr. Karen. I saw him up there at that doggone White House thing with Trump. The Republicans love to control costs. They don't want to pay labor. These players at these schools are labor. And so now these folks trying to figure out a way, how can we not pay labor? Because it's gotten out of hand. Okay.
Yeah, man. Hey, yes, man. Hey, I want to get into that too, man. I definitely want. You know what? Let's pause. Let's pause that for a second. Let's get on this for a second.
Okay.
Let's go there, man. Because here's my thing with that whole fiasco. No, I ain't even call it a fiasco. I'm gonna call it a charade, man. Okay. First of all, man, Nick Saban got a whole lot of respect for you as a football coach. But what the hell he talking about, man? He here talking about student athlete. Come on, bruh. Come on, bro. Student athlete, really? We want to talk about the student and student athlete now. When your behind was up here winning 7 national championships, having 5 stars and 5 stars and more 5 stars, people who weren't even partial qualifiers, you were moving them through the system so they could play, so they could help you win championships. The bottom line, man, all that stuff, man, that these cats up here talking, man, what they were used to. This is what the old style was, man. Ooh, you got me rolling right now.
Come on,
this is what the old style was. This is what the old style was. It was, we gonna break y'all off a little something under the table to keep you quiet, so you don't air out all of our stuff. But what happened was, we gonna get all this media money. We gonna get this bowl money, because back then it was bowl money. We gonna get this bowl money. And what we gonna do? We gonna pool it all together. We gonna build our stadiums. We gonna build our facilities. We gonna boost our infrastructure. We gonna pay our coaches. We gonna pay our professors. We gonna pay everybody a bunch of money. And then the players at the back half of the thing, hey, you've got a scholarship. Hey, you've got a free education.
And you football and basketball players, y'all gonna fund the scholarships for everybody else. The baseball team, the soccer team, everybody, the predominantly white teams, y'all gonna pay for them to go to school. Okay. We gonna try to say, well, hey, you getting the free ride. They getting the free ride as well.
Free.
And they are not generating revenue.
None. I work at Ohio State, man, full time. Listen, man, they got over $200 million that they have in revenue. All right. Football, basically football. They fund all of them Olympic sports. These cats got rowing. Who's going to see rowing? Nobody. Right? Who's going to see gymnastics outside of the SEC and maybe the Big 12? Okay. Baseball, they just got their ass beat by UCLA today. Right? Nobody going to see them play. All this money that's being generated, that's funding all these other sports that nobody goes to see, right? Now, listen, I'm a former non-revenue sport athlete myself. I ran track at Alabama A&M. We had one home meet a year. We had maybe 50 people come see us run, right?
Former track coach, I know about it. I coach basketball and track. Basketball, packed house. Track, it's just me and my guys, and maybe they.
That's it. That's it. So I understand it, but looking at Charlie Ward sitting up there, I'm like, what in the heck?
What they saying, Wayne? Do the real ones of fam know? Is he MAGA? We would like to know. I'm telling y'all on the next episode, if he's MAGA, I'm lighting him up.
And sitting next to Ron DeSantis at that, bro.
Come on, man. Come on. See, Ron DeSantis is one of them ones when folk be trying to come from Mississippi. Some girl went viral and she was from Florida and she was dissing Mississippi. I said, you got Ron DeSantis, baby. You in Florida, they over there pushing that slavery was like Job Corps or something. Like you were just picking up work skills. That's what them folk teaching over there in Florida, baby. Don't be playing with me. You are Mississippi with a Disney World. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Up there with Ron DeSantis. So Charlie, see, and this is gonna make me mad if he MAGA, because I'm one of them. I love my socials. One of my most consistent content products is flashback stuff. Okay, I be trying to school these youngins, Wayne. Okay, a lot of you. I'm still a mentor, for my former students and my players. And they show me all the time that their daddies and their uncles ain't taught them nothing. They ain't really sitting down watching the game with folks. You know how you sit down with your either father, your uncle, your cousin, and you watch the game. They ain't doing that. So Charlie Ward is one of them ones that I would love to tell people about, because this man won a Heisman.
Yes, sir.
And then went on to play for the New York Knicks. I got photos of him playing against Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You know what I'm saying? This dude is historic. But he may also be MAGA. God dog it.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Yep. I saw that picture and I said, man, what we got here? What's going on? Charlie Ward sitting next to Mr. DeSantis. Okay.
He went on up there.
Yeah, he did. But I gotta say, man, at the end of that whole thing, my last comment on that, man, Trump talking about I'm gonna sign an executive order. Man, stop. All that stuff, man. Listen. If Trinidad Chambliss can go get his own lawyer, if Trinidad Chambliss can get his own lawyer, right, and get that stuff overturned, trust me, bro, it's gonna take you. You can't put the tube back in the bottle. It's already out the bottle. You're never gonna get it back. You can try to regulate whatever. It ain't working.
It's insane that he still held that meeting knowing that he just sent this country to war. It was insane. Like on my timeline, I had something about that meeting, and then like right under that, it was about war. I said, look at this country. What the hell are we doing?
Right.
This does not matter, bro. You up here you wasting time with this, and then when somebody at the meeting try to ask you about the war, you don't want to hear nothing about that.
Don't want to talk about that. Don't want to talk about that.
Come on, man. Leave that alone. Let the NCAA figure that out. I thought the Republicans don't like big government. I thought they like deregulation. I thought they don't like the federal government meddling in everything. Let the NCAA work that out. Let these college presidents and these ADs work that out with the players.
Hey, I like this comment right here. He said they had way too many young black players making money. But you know what, though? It's not just the young black player. It's just young people, period, making money. You got young people making more money than some of these folk that are on Capitol Hill. Yeah, they making more money than them.
They don't like. They never have like labor. And that's one of the things I be telling my therapist. I got a white therapist, y'all. I be trying to tell my therapist about how it's so disturbing that these poor white brothers and sisters don't be getting it. They don't want to pay you either.
No.
They brought our people over here because they didn't want to pay your people to do the work. They could have easily paid them a fair wage to go out there and pick that cotton, to pick that tobacco. They didn't want to pay them, so they chose, we're going to come over here and get these people and enslave them so we don't have to pay them. Then during the Industrial Revolution, up there in Rockefeller's refineries, he didn't want to pay them people. Carnegie didn't want to, these white people, he didn't want to pay them.
Yeah.
So like you're saying, these white offensive linemen at these schools in the Big Ten, y'all know them big white offensive linemen, y'all want your favorite NFL team to draft them. And they sitting there bashing their heads against each other every single snap. They don't want to pay you either, dog.
No.
They don't want to pay you either. And y'all be the same ones trying to go vote for Donald John Trump and trying to do the little dance, whatever the little Trump dance is. I don't even know what that sucker be doing. But this is insane, dog.
It is, man. And the craziest about it is the equivalent of everything you said about not wanting to pay. These NCAA institutions have never wanted to pay these players. But guess what? They didn't help build your departments. They didn't help build your universities. They have raised your endowments sky high, right? They didn't raise your media rights. They've helped your enrollments, right? You get all this stuff built off the back of them, and then guess what you do to them when their playing days are over? You say, well, we'll invite you back for alumni day, but you won't take care of the hurting knees. You won't take care of the back problems. You won't take care of the CTE issues. You won't take care of their insurance. You won't do nothing for them once they're done leaving your campus. But you'll be quick to ask them for a donation.
Quick, real quick. Now I be trying to tell. I had two of my guys go and play at Mississippi State. And I try to tell them, okay, cool. That they offering a bag, I understand. But you went up there, you did that, but now that that's over, you don't have to give them anything else. You gave them your labor. Like I'll be trying to convince them to like join Jackson State's collective or something like that. You know, right. Y'all didn't go there, but this is the HBCU where you're from. You know what I'm saying? So it's like those guys that go to Alabama or Auburn or something like that. Okay, you went up there, you made your money. Alabama and Auburn don't need y'all money though, dog. Like if y'all make it to the league, you can donate that money to Alabama State and Alabama A&M.
Facts.
Nothing stopping you from doing that. They got it. They got some oil men who take it up right now. Okay, they take it up right now. Once this stuff, I saw some viral clip. It was at a party. It was just like boosters of some program. I don't even know what it was. And they were just asking me for, hey, how old were you when you made your first $1 million? And it just be a random white dude that you ain't never seen before. Just random. And he'd be like, I made it when I was 26. And then The one black dude that I saw in the whole clip was a world-class athlete. This was somebody who was a big-time stud athlete who ended up going to the NFL. But it's kind of like that Chris Rock joke. Chris Rock said him, Shaq were in the same neighborhood with just a random white dentist. Like, Chris Rock had to be arguably the best comic at that time. Shaq was Shaq. You know, this is the early 2000s. Y'all know who Shaq was then, okay? And there's just some random dentist in the same hood with them. And then Chris Rock said, that's how good it is to be white.
Yep.
So they don't need y'all money, dog. They don't. You can go make it there. I'm not finna roast y'all or kill y'all for that. I see a lot of folks like, I can't understand why these folks, why they go to these schools where they hate them. But then you be going in and clocking in at a job for somebody who hates you. Or
Who hates you?
Or you want your players, like even our HBCU players, you want the NFL to draft them. That's a racist organization.
Yeah.
If you look up the owners and look up like Jerry Jones, it's MAGA, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The owner of the New England Patriots, he's MAGA, y'all. These folks donate to Donald John Trump, okay?
Yep.
So I understand why these boys do that. What I don't understand is why they then come back on that flip side, and now you want to donate all this money back to this school. They don't need it.
They don't, man. This is some great stuff, man. I'm telling you, bro. This be the stuff that I always be talking about, man. I love this stuff. I love to talk about this kind of stuff.
And
this was right up the alley, right up the alleys of everything that our people, I'm gonna say it again, our people, we try to avoid these type of subjects even ourselves. We don't want to talk about it. Well, you know, it's all good when your boy getting his pay, getting his bread, and they feeding y'all and taking care of you. But what about everybody else that don't have it? What about everybody else? You know what I'm saying? So
Wayne, I've been saying unsuccessfully for a while now, I think every black person in America should adopt an HBCU, whether you went to one or not.
Yes, sir.
You know, just because we do it for the white schools. I grew up a fan of North Carolina basketball.
Yep.
I've never been to the state of North Carolina, not once in my life. It's just that Michael Jeffrey Jordan went to North Carolina. When I was growing up, I'm an 80s baby raised in the 90s. So y'all know who Michael Jordan was at that time. Okay. So, and they used to say, from North Carolina, Michael Jordan. And that made me like North Carolina. So much so that I stupidly was neglecting my own school.
Same here.
Same here. Jackson State, took night classes, all that kind of stuff. Wouldn't have been able to have a career as an educator without Jackson State.
Same here.
I was gonna be watching Duke, North Carolina, instead of trying to see what was going on with Jackson State Alcorn.
Yep.
You know, that was stupid on my part.
Yeah, I'm the same here. Cause I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, right? Grew up a diehard Ohio State fan. Okay. Whole life I've been an Ohio State fan. I've been working there for 7 years. And up until maybe about 3-4 years ago, I was like, all this PWI, all this support need team. And then one day I started looking, I said, man, you got all this knowledge. You got all this information. You got all this ability. But you look at all, and I looked out there. I said, look at all these full-time people that have developed a career based off of reporting Ohio State, reporting Michigan, reporting Alabama, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. These people, right? They got millions of these people making blogs, doing podcasts, doing shows, millions of these people. And then I said, you know what, man? I said, you need to use the same gifts and talents for the places that really need it. And that's when I came into this thing 3 years ago. And that's why I do what I do. Like I do all of these different SWAC calls. I go on the road. I do all this stuff because it's for our people. You know, I do the reporting. I do the analysis that I do because it's for our people, because they're not doing it for us. All this stuff that we sit here, we begging. oh, give us a TV deal, give us something. We give us this, give us that. Listen, man, CBS, they ain't never gonna come giving you nothing. ESPN, what they give you, they giving it to you on the back half, on the low end of the totem pole of the coverage that they give, because they call themselves the worldwide leader. So they feel like, hey, let me just be inclusive of them just when I really need them. But at the end of the day, it's like you got the SWAC TVs, you got the HBCU goals. Before then, man, listen, I'm old enough, man. I'll be 48 this year, man. I grew up watching BET, watching Charlie Neal and them, watching football, watching basketball, watching CIAA tournament, man, on BET. All these different avenues that we've had, right? We've always had different avenues available, but we never had enough people who cared about it enough to make an investment and make a commitment to see it edify. And that's why I'm even say this right here before we move on with this point, because this is a great point of where we at. All these folk out here doing these shows out here in our space, listen, if you don't know the game, it's a good time to start knowing the game. If you don't know how to be a journalist, if you don't know how to ask questions, it's a good time to start learning. Because listen, man, it's enough room in this space for people to thrive. But what we got to do, we got to stop taking stuff so deadgum personal. Okay, people coming against Jackson State. All right, listen. If folks don't like Jackson State, listen, man, stop coming after them folk. Let them be in their hate, man. Because here's the bottom line. Some stuff ain't yours to defend. I'm going to say that again. Some stuff ain't yours to defend. But what is yours to defend is the entire culture. The entire culture is what is to be defended, because it's always up under siege every single day. Because how is it under siege every single day? Because you look at where the funding goes and where it doesn't go. And what's important is, and this is where we're going to get to here in a second when we get back to this tournament, because you're going to talk a little bit about what's near and dear to your heart, is that, man, we ourselves, we can be funding a lot of our own visions. It's no reason why stands should be empty on Saturday. Listen, I hear what you say on Monday nights, because some of these games come on real late. A lot of people got kids, a lot of people got work, whatever. But on Saturday, it's empty on a Saturday? You know what I'm saying? That's stuff that has to really begin to change, man. So there's things that you have to flip switches and begin to think about yourself like, hey, all the trash talk is great, but now let's take that mouth and let's put your money to meet the mouth where you're running it. Yeah. Because once you put the money to meet the mouth that's running, now we got something. All right. So, man, we got here because we talked about FAMU. But anyway, if you got a winner, man, give it to me. Who you got?
Who, man, this one is incredibly tough now, because I saw some great players on every single team in this league. Okay, I really did. It was a boy on Valley this past Saturday. That guy had one of them old school knee braces on. Y'all, it wasn't even a black knee brace. It was white with a little hole in it. But yeah, that boy did a jab step on us, went baseline and yammed that thing. I said, dang, like you got to be reminded sometimes. All these kids D1 basketball players.
That's right.
Another misnomer.
D1.
And somebody who was a high school teacher and coach, it was so difficult to get these young kids to realize, hey, no, man, Jack State, that D1. Like, you'll tell them, they'll be like, well, coach, man, I ain't got no offers yet, man. These folks hating on me. I said, where you want to go, son? Man, I'm trying to go to LSU, coach. Now, I'm saying this. I'm talking to one of my big boys. I'm 6 feet. He probably about 5'11", 5'10", good 300 pounds. Squat 600. Okay, squat real deal. Like they would always win the powerlifting championships and stuff like that. I said, son, I don't think LSU. You ain't got the hype for like an LSU lineman, man. But you know, have you sent your tape here? You know, have you sent your tape there? No, coach, I'm trying to go D1. I said they are D1, son.
They are D1, man.
They are. I think that one AA stuff when we were growing up make people think differently. And now this FCS tag, like they were successful in rebranding us to make us seem other to even our own folks. You feel me? So you had to block that stuff out your mind sometime and be like, there's some great these are D1 basketball players across this league. There are guys that can make shots across this league. There are girls that can make shots across this league. All these kids were either the best player on their high school teams, or if they had another dog with them, they were the second best player on the team. Like, these kids cold. And so anything can happen in this tournament. I don't want to just go chalk, but again, logic says Bethune, like I said, these past 2 months show they were the best team. Is there another team with a lick like they got, Wayne, where the AD is the basketball coach? Does
nowhere
anybody have that? Okay. So that's a great lick right there in the NIL era. So he can move that money where it needs to be moved. Okay. So I got to go Bethune, but I would not be shocked at all because some of these boys playing against, I can't remember who it was. We made somebody this year look like they were the second coming of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. What was it? Alabama? I can't remember, Wayne. I just remember I lost my damn mind. Okay. If that happens in this tournament versus whoever, somebody going home. I'm telling y'all gotta watch. There's gonna be some exciting basketball. If you love basketball, if you like me, I've boycotted the NBA regular season for years now. They don't respect me. They don't respect my time. When I sit down and they say, they market the star player. So they say Wemby and Joker about to play tonight. I want to see that. I'm a basketball historian. So I want to see what's happening. If I sit down and one of the two ain't playing, you've wasted my time, which is load management. Well, our kids ain't doing that. These kids, if they've been, well, maybe outside of my guy Dorian. I don't know. Okay, again, I don't know. I saw him shimmying, but maybe he was hurt. I don't know. But for the most part, these kids ain't load managing. They playing hard. Even my team, I know they don't play no defense, but it'd be like, it's weird to say they playing hard, but they ain't playing no defense. But they really be trying. I think we just recruited like more offensive type guys this year. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm gonna roll with Bethune, but don't be shocked if somebody knocks them off, y'all. Y'all gotta watch this tournament.
Man. You got to. And for me, like I said before, man, I think that you can go all the way down to the ninth seed of this thing, man. I mean, for real. It's just crazy.
See here. Who at the 9?
So you got at the 9, you got it's Grambling is at the 9.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That Grambling got some boys. Everybody got somebody now.
Actually, you know what? No, Alabama State's at the 9. That's right. Alabama State's 9th.
And that might be who went crazy on us. I'm telling you. If it's Alabama State, y'all sure enough better watch out.
Yeah, but man, it's gonna be crazy. For me, if I'm gonna make a pick, I'm a probably look. I like Bethune-Cookman. I'll say this before. I like Bethune-Cookman. That's who I'm gonna go with. But man, if they end up playing Texas Southern in the semifinals, man, that could be dangerous for them. I don't know, but we'll see, man. I just hope it's a real good tournament. So I'm gonna switch it over here so you can talk about your boy one more time, man.
He is a pro. This young man is a professional basketball player. Telling y'all that right now. Okay. Now, I don't know if it's gonna be in the NBA or not. Okay, just given he's undersized. Y'all got the NBA is full of giants. Okay. The average American male is 5'9". The average NBA player is 6'7". Okay, that is a league of giants. And Deshaun, they list him, I think, at 5'10", 5'11". Some folk be saying when they get next to him, he might be 5'9". I don't know. He's freakishly athletic for his height. He's cat quick. Okay, he knows the game. He's cagey. Okay, this he's a pro. That's his caliber. He was a McDonald's All-American. I saw him in high school. You can go online and see him go against some of these great players. I'm talking about, there's a clip that I got to share with y'all where he's playing 1-on-1 versus Paolo Banchero, who's the current star player for the
Orlando Magic.
Yeah, and he was getting buckets on him. Okay, that's the caliber of ball player he is. So I don't know if it's gonna be in the league, but somewhere in this world, he gonna make some good money. One of my boys is overseas right now, Quindare Weatherspoon. He's making great money, way more money than I made to coach him. Okay, so this young man is a pro, and it was a joy to watch him this year. Again, I'm just so sad the way that went down on senior night, man. That was tough, because the young man just has dealt with so much.
Listen, man. I love watching this dude play, man. This dude, he is a killer, man, and he's one of them dudes that when he's healthy and he's right, man, this is the type of player that can carry you somewhere. I mean, can put you on your back and take you to the promised land. So, man, yeah, shout out to this dude, man, for just everything he's done.
On him though, Wayne, and it's to piggyback off something you said a little earlier. There were games I went into the AAC at Jackson State University where it wasn't a lot of people there to see this boy play, though. And he's a Jacktown product. Like, I made something, you know, when I make certain stuff I make and put out, it ain't gonna go viral, because we are, in the grand scheme of things, it's a small community. It's this thing of ours, like the Italians say, you know what I'm talking about? But I was trying to make a point to the Jackson metro area. And this is really true around the country at HBCU. Man, we got some great players playing in these places, man. So for these middle school kids and these high school kids that want to play D1 ball, if you got a HBCU near your home, you need to be going to those games. These kids are what you aspire to be. This man, Deshaun Ruffin, like I said, was a McDonald's All-American. He was at Allen Iverson's camp. Okay, he's done everything y'all say y'all want to do. Okay, he went to a high major, went to the University of Mississippi. Okay, they discarded him, or he left. I don't know what went on with that. I know he got hurt up there, but y'all had access to him all year. You should have been up in there. You should have been trying to talk to him after the game. You should have been trying to see, can you find out where he be getting runs in on the weekend or in the summer so you can work out with him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to do this. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand. Especially in a place like Jackson, we a basketball town. Folks in Jacktown, when I was growing up, man, it's a school called Provine, Lanier, Callaway, Murrah. That's why our head coach went and started at Murrah. That's where Ashley Robinson went. Okay, Mick Reed played there as well. It's a hotbed of basketball. I know Mississippi is a football state. Football is a religion here, just like it is in Texas and all these other places. But I'm just talking about Jacktown, baby. You feel me? And that's right. These folks in Jackson, these folks go to high in the Jackson metro area. Folks go to the high school game. They be lit. My daughter is a middle school ball player, finna, go to high school. And so she's in the Madison Central Jaguars girls basketball program. Their rival is a school called Germantown. Okay. I went to one of their games. It was more life in that game than I had seen the entire year at a Jack State game. And that's Division I basketball I was watching.
Yeah, Division I.
if we could just reel in some of these folks, and I know these folks will come to a Jackson State game because I see them at the football game. But the football game I get is more of the party. It's festive, the pageantry, the tradition, and you getting the football. Okay, so I get that. But I would love for us to be like Florida. Florida's a football school, but Florida, if I'm not mistaken, finna get the number 1 seed, one of the 1 seeds.
They could, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, when my guys were up there at Mississippi State, my dog Anthony Carlisle told me about this. Shout out to Carlisle. He just won his 7th state championship at just 41 years old. Okay, shout out to him. He ought to be a D1 head coach soon here. Okay. When our guys were at Mississippi State, the SEC made a point to tell SEC basketball programs to get their damn acts together. They wanted these programs, these universities, to invest more money in basketball because of that SEC network. Because yes, you got football season, but outside of football season, we need content for this channel so we can rake in this money from the sponsors. And what did these schools do? They upped the money. They paid some higher price coaches. Mississippi State, for instance, brought in Ben Howland. A lot of real hoops fans, they know Ben Howland. He was out there at UCLA.
UCLA took him to the Final Four.
Damn. So Mississippi State brought in a high-priced guy like that. It was still under the table bags back then, but let's just say cats were riding good. Okay. Bags were dropped off. I'll just say that. Okay. We can do the same. We can be a football first league, but we still got SWAC TV, y'all. And SWAC TV need content. Good content. Okay. That we can make money off of, get the eyeballs on it, up the sponsorship price. It all works together.
That's right.
We can do this.
That's right. That's right. So Deshaun, he's one of the impact players. Like I said, 5 of them, just 5. We just named 5 of them. There's plenty more people that can be impact players, y'all. You know, so you look at him, you look at Jacoby Hetty, another guy, first team, all SWAC, man, and his brother doing big things too. But then the glue guy on that team, man, Ruzon, that dude, man, he played both ends of the floor. Now, Hupstead, I know they said that he had an injury. So they said they don't know if he's going to play or not. But if he does, he'll be right there. And then, you know, somebody from my squad, Kentavious Dozier, you know, he's been there.
He's a dog. That him and his son had a war. Talking about trading buckets. And your boy wasn't backing down. I gained a lot of respect for him that night.
Yeah, he can. Like I said, Kentavious, man, this his last go round. They got that taste of the NCAAs 2 years ago with Grambling. You know, he was big for him then. He's gonna have to be big for us to be able to get you know, do something in this tournament. So, you know, these are the 5 that I named. Of course, there's more. Like said, he said, I like the young man from Valley. Yeah, man. Yeah, he is. Valley be having people.
You talking about that guard saying? Who you talking about?
Yeah, he talking about the guard. The guard that was all SWAC.
He nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we go over here to the ladies' side. You know, Kayla Walker. You know, hey, it's rare that you have both your players that end up being POY. That were also preseason POY, and then they come out there and they back it up. That's what you had with Deshaun and Kayla Walker. Kayla Walker, another one, been there, done that. You know, she was doing it at UAPB, doing it now with us. Moses Davenport just come back off injury. Big, 6'5", been around, been through the wars.
Hey, she tough.
Gonna be big.
Tough.
You know,
is tough.
Real tough. And then, man, shout out to Nakia Cheatham, boy. Man, Alcorn State, boy. Now, you talking about somebody that held that team together.
Yeah.
You know, she was the defensive player of the year. She their best player. First team all SWAC, best player. Like, they going to have to ride her if they're gonna go far. But they got the number 2 seed, and they would not be there without their head coach and her.
She is stud defensively. Stud defensively now.
Yep, stud. Yeah, Michael James, that's his name with Valley. Thank you.
Yeah,
and then
what up, Doc? He cold.
Yeah, and then Demaya Porter. That's another one that's been tough for Southern. You know, she's second team all SWAC. She play on both ends of the court. And then the newcomer of the year, who also was first team all SWAC, UAPB, had a surprising season. India Bowen, man, transferred in. I don't know if she gonna still be there after this year, but while you got her, she cold.
Yeah,
cold.
That's another thing, man. These kids, it's kind of like you got to accept this now in this landscape. If they come and turn up for you, somebody from the EPWIs gonna come off of the bag. Like Florida Atlantic took somebody up off of us a couple years ago. The real ones, y'all remember, he was our leading scorer. He's from Jacktown as well. Florida Atlantic ended up getting him. Hell, one of my players helped in the damn deal. He played Florida Atlantic when they went to the Final
Four.
Yeah, and so Ken Evan did. Yeah, what up, Stock Talk? Hey, you called it too with our women. That man right there said that our women were gonna do well down the stretch. You feel me? I think that was him. You know what I'm talking about? And I'll be damned. They did rally. You know, it was rough now for a minute there. Okay. But they did rally around coach. But I don't know, man. This team here, this group of ladies, all of them were impressive. Of course, Miss Walker really stood out to me this year. But Moses and one of them games, I think it was earlier in the year. We couldn't do nothing with her. We couldn't do. I'm like, where's this girl? Is this baby Brittany Griner down here? Dang, Don be getting these girls, bro.
Yeah, man. So yeah, these are the ladies, and then we switch over, and now we go to the coaches, the impact coaches. So, you know, shout out to the coaches of the year. You know, Dawn Thornton, man. Like I said, can't say enough about what Coach Thornton has done with A&M, man. As they ain't never been this good in SWAC play. They've been near the bottom.
She keep y'all viral too, like with her fits and everything like that. It's some account that I guess they keep up with like fly female athletes and stuff like that, and they love to post her. You feel me? But that's more advertising for y'all, because when they're posting her, they're getting to see Alabama A&M across their chest. You know what I'm talking about?
That's right.
And shout out to my brother Brandon McNeil, because in this picture of her that you got right here, she's rocking something from the King McNeil collection.
And that's why I put that picture up there.
There you go. I told y'all my dog is different now. If you D9, they got you. You know what I'm talking about? I think they pretty much got all the D1 HBCU licenses. Don't hold me to that, but I think they got most of. I think they got some details. I know they got Tuskegee, you know, because I got some pieces in honor of my mama, you know.
He said impact coaches. Hey, look, man. Like I said, these are the ones he got to. Recipe has got to be impact when they win.
That's part of it, though. You know, that's part of it. You know, it's the lifeblood. Is that recruiting? And nowadays, to recruit, you got to up that bag. We talked about Nick Saban. Okay? How much do we know about Nick Saban from an X's and O's standpoint? How great is he actually in terms of strategy and all that kind of stuff? I'm really asking. I'm not doubting. I ain't going there. I'm really asking. This is why I'm asking that. Because if y'all haven't seen Wayne's interview with Alcorn coach, it's stellar. That brother very deep. He say some real stuff in there. But also on the football side, he said he would love to do a trade in places.
Yes.
With some of the SEC coaches. Okay? 10 of y'all coaches come here, 10 of our coaches go there. Something like that.
That's what he said. Yep, he said that.
And let's see y'all do what I'm doing Because I know I can do what y'all doing with them resources. You feel me? So that's just it, you know. That's just part of it. If you can figure out a way, Reggie being the AD and the head coach, that's a cheat code. Because he ain't got to go ask the AD to give me more money, baby. He just got to then look in the mirror.
He just take one pocket and put it in the next one.
There you go. Hey, so we can do that. We can do that as well, man. You know, you got Mo on here. I remember I reached out to Mo on Instagram one time. Shout out to Coach Mo. Said, Coach, how much would it cost for us to get a 5-star? I think Coach told me $250,000, $250,000. I just wanted to know the ballpark figure. You feel me? So I can try to use my platform to encourage folks to join the collective, and you know, let's do this. Now, most of the money in the collective going to football. I know that ain't no damn secret. Everybody know that. Okay. But if we could just take some of it. That's what Reggie did.
Right.
Reggie
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Reggie just slid it on over there. And look what he doing. If he plays cards right, he finna get an NCAA tournament berth. You finna get all that pub from that. Okay. Because who was that out of the had a great showing last year in the tournament? Oh my God, why am I going blank? Out of MEAC.
You talking about oh
my God.
They won Howard won the MEAC last year. They went out in the first 4 though.
What about on the women's side?
Norfolk, you talking about Norfolk State.
Yeah. They got a lot of good publicity out of that. Some people who didn't know about Norfolk.
Yeah, now Norfolk State.
Bam. Because look, bro, and everybody should know this. These sports teams are the #1 advertising for these universities. They really are. So if you make that tournament, you might get a kid to come to your school just to major in engineering. But you made the tournament, they looked you up and they saw you were cool. I got a student, one of my greatest students ever, Thomas Snyder. He goes by Finesse the Producer. Y'all should follow him. I'm very proud of him. He's one of my goats. Okay, but he's also in this business as well. That boy went to the University of Alabama just because he liked Alabama football. When I taught him, I called him Roll Tide. And he did not play a lick of football. He about 5'5", 155 pounds. But he went to that university, graduated from that university, strictly because he liked the football team. So what Reggie did, play his cards right, get his team into the tournament, he could help that whole university. When folks get to see Bethune-Cookman, you know? And you know how March Madness do it. They get to doing the storytelling behind the schools. And if they do it right, I don't know if in this Trump era, if they're going to bring up Mary McLeod Bethune like they should. But, you know, they get to telling the story of the university. And you some kids sitting there watching. You say, oh, maybe I get them. They get to looking at Dawn Thornton. You know she going to be fly. You know if they make it to the tournament, she going to be fly from head to toe.
Yes, sir.
You know, maybe somebody sees that. Say, let me check out Alabama A&M. You know, it all works together, man.
I was just telling my wife that this afternoon. I said, man, A&M make it. I said, folk be, man, where is that? Oh, it's in Huntsville. Oh, okay. You know, but hey, this where it's at, man. This group of people right here, these are people, man, that you know, they made the impacts this year. Because you look at, man, Nate Kilbert, man, Alcorn with them women got him up to the 2 seed.
He can coach.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can.
You can tell it.
And then
we see a coach. We know what the Bulls look like too, but that brother that can coach.
Yeah, and then I switch over here, and you know, these are the current coaches that have won a SWAC tournament. That have ever won, whether they've been at their current school or somewhere else. So you know, Coach Thornton won it at PV. Coach Funches done won it 3 times, including last year. Johnny Jones they had a 3-year run where they won it 3 years in a row.
He can coach too.
Yeah, he can coach.
Yeah.
And then because he coached head coach at the Power 5 too. Shoot, he know. Then Tony Madlock was last year with Alabama State. They had a pretty good run last year. They won that game against St. Francis in the first 4. Dante Jackson, our coach, he did it 2 years ago with Grambling. And then, Byron Smith. Man, Byron Smith now, you talking about somebody that that pulled it back together now. I thought Byron Smith looked like he was headed to the house. I was like, all right, Coach Byron, this looked like this might be it. Remember when he made them comments too, where he had to walk it back, and I just would like to apologize for the comments that I've
been a lot of that going on in football. Remember we had that with Grambling's coach.
Yeah.
He got on that call with y'all. He had them glasses.
Yeah.
I knew he was finna read a statement then.
He said, before I say another word, and I'm not taking any questions on this.
I think you still asked him though, if I'm not mistaken.
I did.
Yeah, and I was appreciative.
I did.
I was appreciative. No, somebody got to. And Wayne came right on through there with the question. No, cuz you gotta leave it. I defended him. When Cam Newton and Deshaun Jackson came for him and all that kind of stuff, I defended them. Okay. But no, you got to get this question. This media time, baby. This is SWAC call. We got to get this question in, Jack.
Exactly. Yeah. I was like, nah, bro. You ain't getting off that easy.
Yeah, I appreciate that, boy.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Coach Byron Smith, man, he held it together. He definitely held it together. He said, Coach Smith didn't do another post-game show after that. I remember when he was sitting there at the press conference table, he was just like, you could just look at him. You could tell, man, they done cussed you out, boy. They done threatened you. They done told you gonna go. I just would like to apologize for the comments that I made. It was not in good taste.
If you walk that thing on back, Jack.
Seriously, man. So yeah, that's SWAC Basketball Tournament, man. So man, it should be an exciting week there in Atlanta. But man, the folks got to come out, man. Come on out. Yeah. Come on out. ATL. It's too many black folks out there for y'all not to come on out, man. Come through. It's about black culture. These are black run institutions. Okay. I don't care if you went there or not. I don't care if you went to college or not. You black. So I was thinking about this. It's 40+ million black people in America. Okay. Mm-hmm. The population of Canada is estimated to be 41 million. We are a nation within this nation. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Them doggone Canadians got hockey popping as a whole league. Okay? Yeah.
We can get our HBCUs thriving if all of us collectively say, that's just what we do. Make it like we've turned Tyler Perry into a billionaire because watching Tyler Perry, especially early Tyler Perry, them plays and stuff like that, it was like appointment stuff. Black folks around this country, whether you grew up in Compton, you in the Bronx, you're down here in the South, folks, that's what you do. Rockin' J's. That's national. Well, supporting the HBCU should just be a part of black culture, no matter where you are, especially in a black ass city like Atlanta, Georgia.
Georgia.
Come on, man. Come on.
And you talking about
2 Chainz? Didn't 2 Chainz go to Alabama State or something?
He did.
Come on, man. You come on out there. All y'all come on out there, man.
Yeah, man. The building seats 3,400 people. Okay. It's a relatively new building. Just come on in. Just come on, check it out. If you can't make the day sessions, come on in for the evening. And also, man, if you like me, because I got NCAAs this week. I got NCAA Division III indoor that I'm officiating this week in Birmingham. But guess what I'm gonna be doing in between the sessions? Watching on my phone.
Yeah, and we need
Watching.
that too. We need that because really where these leagues make their money is the TV contracts.
That's it.
That's really where they make their money now.
That's
So
it.
if you can't make it, of course, like I can't make it, hey, watch it. The ratings be high. More people watching. They say, "Oh, okay, people are invested in watching HBCUs." Now more people want to sponsor. All that stuff can go back to help our universities.
Yeah, man. So I love all that stuff, man. So all right, this is where I want to go next, man, with you. All right, spring football getting ready to start. I'm gonna pull this up for you. I'm gonna pull this up for you because I see people in the chat, man. They just going at each other about football. That's okay. Y'all do what y'all do. This is y'all schedule, man. I got it, and you know, I did a show where I went over every single football schedule. I went over everything with the week to week. I went through it all. All right. So this is you guys, man. First off, I just want to know what are your thoughts on your schedule and then you know just think about where you at. Where you at as you get ready to go into that.
I saw people going ham about our schedule. Okay. I wasn't on put it on some at the time. I had plans to put it on some back in the fall. Okay. So I didn't get a chance to speak on that. I don't care nothing about this schedule is fine by me. Taking one of them money games to go get beat up by one of these big powerhouses or whatever the case is. Okay, cool. You come out that game black and blue and bruised and all that kind of stuff. What that y'all want to do that? Basketball is the place for that. But if y'all want to see us beat one of these PWIs, our basketball teams are doing that every year. I ain't just talking about Jack State. I'm talking about there are multiple HBCUs right now that every year they are whooping these big PWIs asses. Okay. If y'all want to see that, watch some basketball. In football, it's just too many guys. It's too expensive. You know, we might really hold it down that first half, but then the depth is going to become an issue in that second half and all that kind of stuff. Cool. Every game on here is winnable, and I'm gonna put it on something. I'm Mr. Put it on something.
I wanna pull this.
Going undefeated. Book it.
I want to pull this one up too. He said you can't have a home slate like that and ask folks to buy season tickets.
Okay, the season tickets. Season tickets is an investment in your university. Okay, that's the way I look at it, at least. Okay, I'm investing in my university. Like I just said, the number one way that these schools advertise their school is through the sports programs, particularly football and basketball. Okay, so by me getting the season tickets, it's less about even the game that I'm about to go see. It's more about me supporting my school. You feel me? Would I like to see this Alabama A&M game? The classics away from our home. Now, I don't like that as much. I ain't gonna cap. You know what I'm talking about? I'd rather be at the crib.
I hate that game too, bro. I want to play home at home.
I'd rather have that. Now, I ain't gonna cap about that. Okay, so somebody got a problem with that. I feel you. I really do. But man, I ain't tripping off that. I'm really not. And maybe I'm biased because with Tuskegee, that's my mama's school. You know, so that was very emotional. My mama passed away last year in February. So for me to see Tuskegee and Jackson State match up last year at home, that was very emotional for me. You feel me? So I really enjoyed seeing them. I really enjoyed their band. You feel me? So maybe I'm biased with that. The Edward Waters game, okay. Maybe you can trip about that. All right, cool. But it seemed like, hey, when Prime did it, I ain't hear nobody tripping. And maybe people were tripping, and I just missed it. Maybe they were, and I just missed it. Okay, but if I'm not mistaken, Prime had Edward Waters on the schedule too. Okay, but I'm loving this Tennessee State game. Okay, that's something that should have never ended, in my opinion. Okay, they should have just sat down and worked out the numbers or whatever. They shouldn't have ended the game. They should have just, done business.
Right.
Because that's a historic matchup. So I ain't got no quarrel. Like Ali said, I ain't got no quarrel with the Viet Cong.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. Now, let's go through everybody in the SWAC schedule. So I got everybody's schedules here. So let's just go, because we talk about. So I got to ask that same question.
That's gonna be a good game.
They said, Wayne, how you feel about y'all schedule? I said, I'm cool. I said, I love the Howard game. Definitely love that because that's national TV. I'll be down there in Atlanta. Love that. The Miles game. Hey, I get that. Hey, our coach used to coach at Miles. I'm good with that. Tennessee State. Hey, that was great last year. We played them boys. We beat them up in Nashville. That's going to be a great crowd. I'm going back down to Alabama for that game. Now the Bowie State game. Yeah, I was like, yeah. I mean, all right.
Yeah, you just made me think about something. Okay. Let me pull your code on it first, and then I'll give you mine. That just popped in my head. Who would you replace that Bowie State game with?
I would have liked to have played another FCS team.
Okay.
Non-conference.
Bam. That's what I'm thinking. All right. So that is something that I would like to see. I don't care about going to the FCS playoffs. Don't care about it. I feel like we need to internally and when we're recruiting, stop calling ourselves FCS because we play to go to the Celebration Bowl.
Celebration Bowl.
We are bowl. Our championship is decided by a bowl. So we're D1. So we FBS. We're FCS in name only. Okay. So I don't care about that. However, I would like to maybe get a home and home with one of these teams that's like up perennially ranked above us. And
yes.
Just to see what's happening.
Yeah.
That's more of a measuring stick to me than us going to play Southern Miss.
I like that.
Damn so going to play Mississippi State or something like that. Like that's 2 levels up. But like having a home and home with one of these PWIs that's in the FCS that's ranked in the top 15, 10, or whatever. Yeah, now that would be dope. So
yeah.
If we would have taken Edward Waters out, I want to keep the Skeegy gang. Again, that's just too much history. But the Edward Waters, replace that with whoever, you know what I'm talking about, I would be cool with that.
Yeah. Now, the rest of the schedule is how it is when you get to the conference. But yeah, thankfully, this is the last time we playing that Mobile game. I'm so glad. And then here's FAMU, the Albany State game. I get it, right? You just played them last year, but I get it. You play them. Your coach just came from there. I get it. Love that game, Orange Blossom Classic, South Carolina State. That's a good one. You staying down there in Miami. You're going to play the U right behind it.
Now, okay, so what we supposed to give y'all some brownie points for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, we already know. And it's not a shot at y'all. Because Miami would beat our ass. Okay? So I'm not throwing no shot, but it's like, it's just a money grab. It really bothers me, I think, because it's like, damn. Those kind of games show what we're not. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of games remind me of the racial wealth gap. Those kind of games remind me that we're minorities. And even though we're minorities, the majority culture, the white folks, gonna pay minorities to come play for them. When them kids would love to play for FAMU.
That's right.
They love FAMU's culture. Okay, just like the black kids that go to Mississippi State and University of Mississippi, they love Jackson State and Alcorn and Valley's culture more than they don't want to see no damn hotty toddy. They don't care about that. They go up there because them folk can pay them. You feel me? And so those kind of games, when I see us get slaughtered be a reminder to me that, like on a personal level, bruh, you're not where you want to be yet. You're not where you want to be financially to say to one of these studs that's out here playing for them. You couldn't pull them over to us. That's why they over. It just be a lot of political stuff that goes with it. And then, especially when I hear the racial stuff at some of these games, or like when we played Southern Miss, and I'm a Southern Miss alum. So I graduated undergrad from Southern Miss, and I went to night school at Jack State to get my teacher certification. And to see that my alma mater was up here on all this racist bullshit about Jack State, it was a reminder that they didn't want me there. Now, I had a reminder when I was there. When I went I was in the library studying, went to the bathroom, going to the bathroom stall, and I see "all niggers go home" written on the bathroom stall. I was furious. I'm like, I'm up in here being a scholar. I'm whooping it. I graduated #1 in my class. So I just whooped out. I'm whooping all y'all ass, by the way. Okay, academically. But still, that's how these folks view me. So them kind of games, bro, bring all that out. Whereas when we playing amongst our own, it just be love. You know? Even if we going against rivals, you know, it's just good shit talk. You know, our band cutting up, they band cutting up. You slick don't want to acknowledge that they band cutting up, but you on the low, you like, damn, they were just good. You know, it just be, you know, those good vibes. Whereas these games just be like a money grab. And you just doing it. You just doing it because we need the money.
Right.
And part of the reason we need the money is because of the decisions that folks who went to some of them PWIs have made. With the underfunding, with the not hiring us for various jobs. So now we don't have enough wealth to donate to our schools where they don't have to play money games. So them kind of games really be so frustrating, bro. You know?
Yeah, I hear you. I do like them playing Tennessee State, though.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah, I love that.
Any word on if Tennessee State wanna, you know, go to the MEAC or something like that. You know,
well, I don't know after last night.
They just won that. Yeah, you're right. They just won that. Yeah, that's true. You think they gonna get them Duke?
Yes. I think there'll be a 16 seed. There'll be a 16 seed, and they'll play Duke in the first round. Yep. Y'all start praying now. Yeah, here's Prairie View. Now, this one, I do like this one here. I like this one. You know, there was a question. He said, no SWAC schools scheduled at 9. Yes, they did. You're looking at it. They have 2 of them. 3 of them, actually. You look at them, they're playing Tarleton State. Tarleton State, man, whew, they were top 5 team last year. I like that to challenge yourself in the opener. Baylor, we know you getting paid, but then Stephen F. Austin at home, that's a good one. Southland team coming to you at East Texas A&M. That's a good one. Southland Conference team in the state on the road. I like this schedule, man. I like the challenges that they put on themselves. I like it.
Well, you know, Tremaine, I like him. I do like him. Okay, he is a character. He's another one that I enjoy on the SWAC calls. Most of the guys gonna give you coach speak. Okay, and I get it. You don't want to give bulletin board material. You don't want to kind of show your hand about what you plan to do and all that kind of stuff. Tremaine don't seem to care much. He just go say whatever. So he's wildly entertaining. You feel me? And they beat us. They beat us. I can't be salty about that. Okay, they beat us. And so, but I will say this. He got his eyes on that Dion plan now. Okay? He got his eyes on that. And I bet you that's part of his schedule too. Okay. You know, he want to show that I can beat or compete with the PWIs, you know, and so y'all can go ahead and scoop me up. I know his name was in coaching,
UAB.
Yeah, that's who it was. They had his name in there last year. I remember you asking them about that. You really did some real. Did you go to J school or something, Wayne? You really be asking some real J school.
I didn't, man. I just I just know what to do, man. I seen it done, and I just work on my craft, man. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this a good schedule, man. The one thing for me though, man, I just wish that Jackson State ain't played these boys in a regular season in forever.
And I sure want them.
And I want to see it.
I want them bad. Pause. Look, that hurt, bro. That one right there was tough, Jack. We at home, man. We at home. And to see that man over there. So I would love to get him in that regular season. Because ain't no telling now if you're going back. A lot of folks just act like, you make it and then you act like you just finna roll back. Hey, Southern feeling good right now. I know some folks pissed off with him because he ain't been really publicizing.
Yeah, let's go to them. Let's go to them. They right here.
Hey, anything Alcorn, I got even more respect for what Cub doing. He played us tough at the end of the year, So it ain't no guarantee now. Old buddy down there Grambling, what year is it for him?
This is his third year.
I mean, it ain't no guarantee Prairie gonna make. So I would have loved to see them in the regular season. But let's look at Southern Hill. They got Alabama State, Kentucky State, Houston, Louisiana Christian.
Yeah, Louisiana Christian. Who? Right.
I'm going through my mental Rolodex.
They NAIA, man.
Whoa, they went down that far?
Yeah, they NAIA.
Now, folks up here criticizing us now. Come on, man. Come on now. I'm just it'd be tough. Because we play money games, so we should have the right to let somebody else play money games. But you can't be criticizing us for letting somebody play money games, and then y'all schedule will be having Louisiana's Christian on.
Crook said a white church in Louisiana.
Come on.
Right. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Y'all know it, man. Come on.
Wait,
what's the word? What's the word on Cub right now? Like, has he got right? Is he starting to are they in his bio yet? Has he changed? What's the word on?
That's a really good question, man. I've been looking. I haven't seen any changes. Maybe when they get deep here into spring practice, you'll start seeing some different stuff, man. But yeah, my boy, man, Perry White, man, he's a good dude with me, man. We talked for an hour the day after he put that out. he said, Wayne, am I lying? I said, nope, you ain't never lied, bro. You telling the truth.
I get it. Like we just said about y'all coach Don Thornton.
Yep.
If y'all make the tournament, and everything she does on social media and all that kind of stuff, people are seeing your university. So it's just common sense. So yeah, I don't know what Marshall is on. I don't know what type of time he on. He better win. I know that.
Yeah, well, I like that first one right out the gate there in Birmingham against Alabama State.
Hey, you gonna know some stuff real quick.
Real quick.
Them boy got body back.
Yeah.
We're gonna know you better win, Jack.
And speaking of Alabama State, so yeah, you see they start with Southern, then Lane College. That's a nice break, but Lane, and then I give them a pass because they play Tuskegee, that Turkey Day Classic. But Lane College, that is the easiest breather you will get. It's the easiest.
Are people talking about it'd be so much news coming out. Are they talking about discontinuing the Turkey Day Classic?
So it's been some rumblings of people that want to discontinue it because last year they went 10-2 And people were, but listen, here's the thing. They weren't gonna make the playoffs anyway because of the schedule that they had. They didn't play anybody that was tough enough anyway on their schedule. Bottom line was they were still gonna be SWAC championship game or bust anyway last year, regardless. But people have been like saying, because like, man, that game then turned into like the Globetrotters against the Generals. Like it ain't nothing to that, man. That's a guaranteed whooping. They're gonna beat that team every single year. I mean, yeah, Tuskegee used to be really good. They've beaten them a few times, but not recently, man. It's been some completely one-sided. So, but I like their schedule here. Troy, that's in state. They'll get a little bit of money playing a Sunbelt team.
Mm-hmm.
But for them, it's gonna be against y'all in November. At first against us, and then against y'all in November. That's where it's at, man. They got a tough schedule.
Was that I'm trying to think where my brother came to. He probably came to y'all homecoming. He didn't come to the Magic City. But I'm gonna tell him he need to come to the Magic City.
Yeah, he need to come to Magic City.
Yeah,
get that merchandise on out there in the Magic City Classic. But yeah, he came to our homecoming.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But that's gonna be a tough one for us. No cap at their place. I can't cap about that. Okay, that one got me a little concerned because that one at home was a movie. When we just played them last year, that was a
phenomenal game, man.
It was insane. I still want that ref arrested. I ain't forgot. I told the officer that was up there in the stands next to us, I told him, "What are you doing, sir? Go get him. You need to arrest him right now." But that was a movie, man. That really was. So them boys, coach really, he got them boys playing for him. They really that first year of the TC era, I could tell they were playing for him. When they came up and beat us on homecoming, it was like they were mad at TC for something Prime did. That TC didn't do that. But them boys were playing for their coach. They also were being slick with that all falling down and acting hurt stuff. I ain't forgot about that, Coach Rob. I ain't forgot you did that. Okay. But they play hard for Cub. For real. And hopefully we get a whole year with Biden. I want Biden to be healthy for that game. Okay. Because I like our chance. Don't get it twisted. Now we got a little young stud, I said, Mr. Lockhart now. Don't play with us.
Okay? That's right.
That's right. That's gonna be a stellar game.
Right. Then you switch over here, Grambling. Nah, Grambling, these first two now.
Yeah, and see that's what I'm saying. Why was all the talk about our schedule then? What is all this? Was it just the PV folks talking in? Because it seems like that's the only ones who put something together like what folks talking about.
That's it.
They got TCU on here. Maybe that's why they thought they could talk. Okay. You got TCU.
Man, I was like, them two out the gate. The SIAC. That's they getting that SIAC. They paying that SIAC money.
Oh yeah.
That's funny, man. But yeah, they got a schedule though. Now y'all go down there and play them down there. Y'all owe them boys.
Yeah, we do. I think we would have won that game if Jacobian didn't get hurt. However, Grambling just tend to have. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but we need to get over it. I know that. Quick, whatever we thinking about, we gotta go down in that hole, gotta go down there. You gonna go and play on a football field. Yeah, it's down off in the hole. Forget that. Let's play. You know what I'm talking about? Some of this stuff be mental, I think. Stuff be in your mind about that. Y'all weren't on that team. Whatever the history is, I think they got the record, over us. They got the winning record over us. But y'all wasn't even alive for some of them wins. Okay? You gotta go play. That would be my message to them. Just go down there and do your job, But what you think about them this year, with Coach Joseph?
Man, they had a lot of injuries, man, especially at that quarterback position.
Yeah, that young King.
Yeah, and even their backup man went down. You know what I'm saying? So they were down. The third stringer went down. So they were playing with the fourth string quarterback. Also, man, they had some injuries, in their across their offensive line. I mean, they played pretty good defensively. I think what he's doing, I think he's putting together a pretty good program for them to have belief because they've had 2 winning seasons in a row here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something that he's got to be able to take them on the next step. But a lot of that is going to come with, okay, you got to have a good quarterback that's healthy. And also you got to make sure all your working parts on offense are working well. Because one thing that he's going to have, they're going to play some defense. So I think he's doing pretty good, man. I like Coach Joseph, man. He's a good dude with me.
I like him too. I like him too. And
Okay, he said T said. Finally, vital signs awareness now. His neck has been surgically repaired. Okay, awesome.
Man, I figured it was bad, given the fact that he didn't want to share too much, and like the mom was telling him not to say too much. Like, man, football is violence, man. Folks be really just forgetting how much this is a gladiator sport. It's the American gladiator sport of choice right now, man.
Yeah. And so here's Alcorn, and they play at Southern Miss. And then I was talking about this with Coach Thomas the other night. The game that I like, man, I like them going to play at North Alabama to open up UNA's new stadium. They got a brand new stadium. That's the opener. I'm like, ain't nothing greater than to go in there and open up a stadium and put a loss on them.
I'm not mad at that at all. If we gonna play them kind of games, play that. Play that. Like the one against Miami that they doing. Oh, that's rough, man. Like that I don't know about it. But like us playing Southern Miss last year, I think we had a chance in that game. Playing ULM that time. Okay, if we gonna do that, go play group of 5. But when you start to go trying to play the SEC, the Big Ten, and all these rich ass schools, that'd be rough. So this North Alabama, okay.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm cool with that.
I like that. And they going back down there to Memphis, play UAPB. That's a get back for them. But and then of course, at the end, y'all know that one at the end. Y'all going down on the reservation this time.
Yeah, buddy. Shout out to all my youngins that went to Alcorn. Alcorn took care. I know I talk a lot of mess to Alcorn, but I love y'all. Y'all took care of a lot of my students. A lot of my best students went down there, and they love that place. My God, I don't know what y'all feeding them, but they love them. They love it down there. So. But we got to still whoop y'all ass. Sorry.
And then here go Bethune-Cookman. They were 6-6 last year. They started with a money game, UCF, and then they play Stetson. I like that FCS game. Stetson play Pioneer League. But this right here, man, this Virginia Lynchburg and they homecoming on September 19th. I'm like, come on now. They fans was mad. They hot mad. They like, why are we playing homecoming this early? I was like, y'all homecoming could have been October 3rd. Y'all homecoming. They could have been 10-24 against y'all. Last time y'all came down there, they played y'all for their homecoming. Look, it could have been South Carolina State. I was like, Lynchburg? But hey, it is what it is.
Hey, you're going to try to get that dub. Who was that? Who was that Alcorn had for their homecoming?
Arkansas Baptist.
Yeah, similar. I like Coach was real with it though. He like, we gonna use that as a tune-up.
We're gonna use it as a tune-up. Like a week off. Like a bye week.
He slick called it a bye week, and so that's what they trying to do as well, I guess. But that is pretty early.
Yeah, real early playing this game. And then you got Valley. Shout out to Valley. They finally got their opponent, Lincoln, PA. In Chicago. There's gonna be a lot of empty seats there in Soldier Field.
Man, shout out to Valley though, man. Hey, man, y'all real ones up there in Chi-Town. I got a lot of real ones in Chi-Town, man. Y'all go check that out. Just support, man. Y'all got some folk from the Mississippi Delta. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all kin folk that went up there to Chicago come from the Mississippi Delta. Go over there and support Valley, man.
Look, he said Valley will beat FAMU. Man, that'll be 3 years in a row if it happened.
Doc, they been doing it. I don't know what they got their number, Doc.
They do. They do. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
That
And
was
it beat them 2 years in a row.
That's probably one of the main reasons that they got rid of Cuz. They like, man, you can't be doing this against Valley. Man.
Yeah. But yeah. And then the Delta State, that's one that's crib.
Yeah.
Delta State coming not too far down the road to play that.
Okay. I might have to go check that one out. That's my wife's school.
Yeah, Delta State right there in Cleveland. Cleveland, Mississippi, coming on over.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I like Valley do well, man. I don't want anybody to just be a perennial doormat. I don't think that's good for the league. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's part of what I'm talking about. If all black people would just adopt one. You know, it's some people up there in the Mississippi Delta who don't fool with Valley. You know, they be state fans or University of Mississippi fans, all that kind of stuff. Like, bro, what the hell? Them folks don't, man, go over there and check out Valley. Now, the people that go to Valley love Valley. You know, shout out to y'all. Y'all don't care if we beat the draws off y'all. Y'all don't care if it's BTA. You still finna talk your noise and you finna ride around with your bumper sticker on, repping Valley. You're buying your merch. You are repping them Delta Devils. I feel you.
That's it, man. Yeah. And then Texas Southern, they have a gap there because they still gotta figure out what they gonna do for their homecoming. Because you know they always play that homecoming game there on campus. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be 9-19, but they don't know who the opponent is yet. That's why you got the gap. It's not finalized. But I like that North Carolina Central right there, right out the gate. I like that game. That's nice.
They're gonna see what you got quick now.
But you see, they playing 2 money games. They got at UTEP and at Florida Atlantic. So
I ain't too mad at
that. Yeah, but you know, they had a winning season last year. You know, Coach Chris Dishman doing something cool. You know, and then that game Labor Day weekend on a Sunday against Prairie View. You know that game. That was a crazy game last year. Ended at the gun. But yeah, that's them. And then lastly, we got UAPB. This got finalized. Playing Morehouse in Little Rock. They call it the Natural State Kickoff.
The
what? The Natural State Kickoff.
Okay. I heard that. Okay, shout out.
Arkansas's nickname is the Natural State, so they call it the Natural State Kickoff. I'm like, all right, hey,
I feel you.
Against Morehouse.
Okay.
All right, hey, and all that goodwill, you gonna pay it right back the next week at Missouri.
Come on, man. That's too far, man. Put ourselves through that, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Oh my gosh, man.
That just don't be like it.
Then their real home opener is against Central State.
Mm-hmm.
So, as long as it wasn't Westgate Christian who they played last year, I'm good. And they also played Lincoln last year too, Lincoln, California. I'm like, I'm glad they playing some teams.
Is Lincoln out of California? Is that the one that everybody was just passing around for homecoming?
Yes.
Man, they ran a train on Lincoln, man. My God.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, shout out to UAPB, man. So yeah, man. So we've had a real good show here tonight, man. I've enjoyed everything. We talk about the SWAC Basketball Tournament. We talk about some politics. Man, we had a real good time, man. It's just I can't believe it's the first time we got together, man. We got to make this work some more. We got to do this some more.
Man, I appreciate you having me on. I told you I owed you one. You tried to get me on sometime in football season.
Yeah.
I had a scheduling conflict, but I was thinking whenever I contacted you that day, I was like, man, these folks be scared to have me on their show, man. They be thinking I'm going to say something. You know what I'm talking about? They be thinking I'm going to, because I'm unfiltered on my show. You know what I'm talking about? And like, they be scared to have me on. But then I think, oh, Wayne asked me to come on. Let me hit that man up because I owe him an appearance. You feel me? So, so it was a no-brainer. And also because I'm trying to really increase the sales of my merchandise right now. Wayne, you can speak to this as well. You know it already.
Yeah.
On these social media platforms, y'all, they are not paying us what you might think these folks are paying. Okay, that's how they are so rich, because they exploit the creators. You feel me? So really this year, trying to up my game and trying to get all my supporters, to copy a statement tee. See, this is a statement tee that my wife made for me after the passing of my mother. You know what I'm talking about? When I founded my company, Statement Tees, I was thinking about how I'd rather wear a shirt like this than to wear, I don't care how much money I get. I'd rather wear this than wear some Louis Vuitton or all that kind of stuff. I'd rather wear something that makes a statement about who I am. You feel me? Whatever that might be. And so I was like, man, I bet you a lot of other people feel that same way. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm encouraging all the real ones to shop the First Letter collection on statementteesllc.com. You can just, on all my videos, it be in the description, or you can just Google First Letter collection Statement Tees. You can shop the general site. I know a lot of y'all love my son, my autistic son, who I affectionately call Mr. Bell. We got some joints on there for him. And if you want some custom, like customized stuff, follow us on Facebook, inbox us, and we're going to make sure you make the statement that you're trying to make. You know what I'm talking about? So I greatly appreciate you for having me on, dog.
Yeah, man. And with your merchandise, man, we can definitely talk offline, but I definitely want to try to, help with your cause, man, and definitely do that because, it's got to be iron sharpening iron out here, bro.
Oh yeah.
We got to do that. We got to do that. So, man, I'm glad you was able to come on. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Everybody make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, not just to my channel, but also the First Letter. Make sure you follow everything that we got going on. And last but not least, man, SWAC tournament once again this week. If you can't be in Atlanta, make sure you turn it on and watch it. It's gonna be on ESPN Family and Networks, and also you're gonna be able to catch that championship game on national television, man, on Saturday nights. So all that good stuff, man. So my guy, First Letter to Realist. I'm your guy, Wild Wayne. Hey, we're gonna see you next time. Peace out.
Thank you for joining us on the ride with Wild Wayne Cartwright. As you exit the ride, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the like button, and catch up on all of our prior episodes. Until next time, God bless.